Well, YouTube, it's me, Fortmaster, and welcome back to another UpIsNotJump reaction. Disco Elysium is an absolute nightmare. This is why. Oh, Disco Elysium. Haven't heard that name in a bit. Oh. Yeah, so I haven't done a UpIsNotJump reaction in what since November, I think? And he has put out videos since then. And I haven't reacted to them purely because the last one didn't do that well. I mean, even now it only has like 300 views. But I mean, but I've thought long and hard about it. And I mean, I have like, what, 1,000 subscribers just over at this point. And I really don't care. I want to watch him. I want a good laugh because I always find his stuff funny. I don't care what people say or if people watch. I'm still going to do it. So yeah. Original is linked in the description if you haven't seen it for some reason. Corner video shall be leading to my newest Let's Play. And with that out of the way, let's get this thing started then, shall we? Also, I have my mic a little closer to me than usual, so tell me if this sounds better or not. Jeez, that thing has some weight to it.
This review is dedicated to the memory of Sid. It is also spoiler-free.
Sid died? Oh. Now I'm going to be sad this entire review.
They said that I was insane, trying to create a bottle of memory-clearing serum. UpIsNotJump, they said. He's mad. He's dangerous. Well, I'll show them.
I would agree to both of those accounts, but for very different reasons.
I'll show them all. Right, okay, let's see here. Yes. A little bit of cat fur.
Oh,
we'll
God.
just sprinkle that in. And of course, we can't
Great,
forget
I can't
some
have it now.
spiced nutmeg. Oh, yes, lovely. Now live! Live!
I mean, didn't you say it was a memory erasing serum? How can it live? Unless it physically eats your memories.
Disco Elysium, for example, is without a doubt one of the best written video games I've ever played. But it's paced exactly like Fallout 2, and I think that's why I didn't really enjoy it either. Hey there! Yes, don't mind me. What the hell was I talking about?
Disco Elysium is an absolute goddamn masterpiece, and is nothing short of high art at its finest level. A total masterclass of violence, smecks, drugs, loss, mystery, and passion all.
I'm just going to be completely here. I've never actually played Disco Elysium. I've seen a lot of the stuff, but I don't think I could really handle the whole drug trippiness of it all.
Wrapped around a Lovecraftian-shaped box that contains one of the greatest murder mystery plotlines of all time. In this game, you play as a detective investigating a murder case in the city of Revachol. You wake up in a dingy hotel room with no pants on, surrounded by empty bottles and cigarette butts. You have no recollection of anything leading up to this moment, or even your own name. Before you wake up, though, the first few minutes of this game is just a black screen. An endless void. The primordial ooze. The first few minutes of this game, though, is one of the best openings of anything.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to do anything anymore. Never, ever.
Never, ever, ever.
Never, ever, ever, baby.
Hello, yes, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it into work this month. I'm playing a video game.
Oh, geez, that's a face, all right.
This opening scene is a perfect microcosm of the game itself. You don't need complex visuals because the dialogue options alone are a game within themselves.
See, Disco Elysium is all about giving you a playground of dialogue options to mess around in, and the fun comes from deciding what would be the most funny or most interesting thing to say and hear responses to.
How about you cough up some more of that sweet oblivion?
Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
Oh, it's just so good. I'm humbled. I'm fading away. It's so good.
And it isn't just a singular conscience chatting with you either. Once you wake up and explore your hotel room, different aspects of your personality start chiming in too. Your perception hears keys in your pocket, your encyclopedia skill explains what door they open, and shortly after this, your gut feeling known as Inland Empire warns you not to see your own face.
Inland Empire? Wow, that's a way of putting it. I'd never thought of that.
To this, your gut feeling known as Inland Empire warns you not to see your own face.
Wow.
You clearly have not thought this through.
See, you have 24 of these physical and emotional skills, and each one represents a different aspect of your character's personality and abilities. And not to interrupt myself, but someone has remade all of these skills using Always Sunny memes, and it's one of the greatest creations of mankind.
Of course.
And not to interrupt myself twice, but there's actually 25 skills, because if your imagination skill is high enough, your necktie will join in the conversation.
No one is saying the tie can talk. That would be ludicrous!
So based on how you pick your character, certain traits will chime in more than others. What makes this system so interesting, though, is that your personality traits have their own strengths and weaknesses. They'll often try to influence your decisions and actions, but you have to decide when they can be trusted. Like here I'm asked to pay for my bar tab, but savoir-faire assures me that I can slip away unnoticed. So here we go.
What? Wait, no, wait.
I don't think this is gonna work. Oh no!
Oh, okay. This thing, oh, what is it? I don't know. This whole thing about like being able to trust your own insides. I know it has absolutely nothing to do, but it just reminds me so hard of that one scene from Blazing Saddles where the sheriff holds himself up at gunpoint to get the rest of the crowd to like calm down.
Hold it. The next man makes a move, then gets it.
Hold it, man. He's not bluffing.
Yeah, I feel like I deserve to die there. There's peanut butter on the bottom of this, I don't know. Now here's where it's probably important to tell you I'm
I hate peanut butter.
coming at this video with a bit of a flourish. Using AI
You know, you're never going to be able to get that out of the carpet, you know, dude.
to produce complex essays, images, and videos, as we all know, is all the rage right now. And I genuinely think it has the capability to replace 99% of the staff at average game review companies like IGN.
Disco Elysium is a unique blend of noir detective fiction, traditional pen and paper RPGs, and a large helping of existentialist theory.
You know, after watching that, I feel pretty bad. AI has clearly already replaced all of the staff at IGN, but AI can't replace me. I mean, sure, AI wrote that entire 30-second segment about the opening of Disco Elysium, but you all knew something was wrong there. Didn't you? And so to see if AI is really that good, I'm going to drink this entire bottle of memory clearing serum that I found online. And once my memory is gone, I'll have to rely entirely on AI to help me make this video.
Why, though?
So here we go.
Where did you get that bottle, also?
It doesn't seem to be doing anything yet. Oh no, that can't be good. Oh no. I don't
You're turning into like knockoff Thanos, oh no.
feel so good. Okay, I think it's over. No, but wait, I still remember who I am. Oh god, that bloody scientist that made this must have had no idea what he was doing. Maybe I just need to drink some more. Yes, that's right. Drink up. Another round of Confucius-grade confusion. Your mouth is already dry and thirsty. Quenching it with this foul liquor will surely only make it worse. So it seems that this drink has forced my internal thoughts and emotions to come to the surface, as well as infuse this video with AI effects. Oh, I'm sure it's nothing. So you know what time it is? That's right, it's time to review Disco Elysium. I don't have a physical copy.
So Disco Elysium is a pretty interesting son of a gun. The graphics are one of the first things you'll probably notice, because although they are very nice, they don't usually go beyond some basic moving images.
And yet, due to its mature themes, Disco Elysium was still banned in Australia under the Games 1A clause, which states that games should not, and I quote, depict, express, or otherwise deal with matters of sex, drugs, misuse or addiction, crime, cruelty, and violence in such a way that they offend against the standards of morality generally accepted by reasonable adults. Yes, that was what I was going to say.
Yeah, from what I've heard, I'm never moving to Australia.
It looks like my brain is managing to communicate with me.
Reasonable adults. Reasonable adults.
I'm
No
sorry,
such-
but
there
most
is literally no
reasonable
such thing.
adults don't even know what a hyphen is.
Anyway, I don't need to be warned about this. I'm British. I know the dangers of alcohol already. Last month I had one beer, blacked out, and woke up the next day with nothing but a tin of Heinz baked beans smeared all over my chest.
Never again. Oh, but I thought we had a great time. It was good. No, wait, leave me alone.
But are you telling me, Australia, that video games specifically aren't allowed to be a reflection of life? What, was Animal Farm okay just because Napoleon couldn't grow a mustache?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, Matt, that may have sounded smart, but are we sure that reference makes any sense at all?
I thought sex, drugs, crime, violence, and cruelty were the basis of most popular entertainment. Everyone is obsessed with The Last of Us right now, and while I haven't seen it, surely it has at least two of those as central themes.
Take the works of anyone vaguely famous. Thomas Harris, Obsidian, that bastard. The idea that our interest in these darker themes is in some way perverse rather than just an intrinsic nature of the human experience. Oh, it really makes me mad.
It all worked out though, because when Australia learned that drinking alcohol in this game didn't just make you more capable, it also caused you damage, they were able to lift the ban. I'd say that this was a smart choice, but given that sitting in a chair can also instantly kill you, it doesn't make alcohol seem quite so bad.
Oh, alcohol isn't that bad. It only really hurts your kidneys, liver, heart, testicles, your brain. Nothing to worry about.
Before you learn anything about the murder case you're here to solve, you go downstairs and meet your partner, Kim Kitsuragi. And this is where I had my first big disappointment in this game.
You see, so far, your inner monologue with all the different aspects of yourself has been one of the most interesting game mechanics I've ever seen.
I'm going to guess it's your outer monologue with everybody else that's the problem.
That's true. That's true. It's true.
Fuck you.
And now some random NPC out of nowhere is turning up to get in the way of it all. But oh boy, have I never been more wrong about anything.
Never mind.
Kim Kitsuragi is the best video game character of all time. Geralt, Mr. House, Solaire, the pigs in Minecraft, pale in comparison to the absolute majesty that is the sublime character profile of Kim.
The lieutenant taps his right foot on the floor awkwardly. Clearly, this display of encouragement is far beyond anything he would consider normal.
See, before you begin a story, I hear it's good to write a character profile on each of your characters. One apparently good way to do this is to write a fake Wikipedia page, where you can write the history of your character's life with notable events, where they grew up, their fears, their likes, their dislikes, and most importantly, their strengths and weaknesses.
Everything.
And if you are a super high 1000 IQ genius like me, or this moderately intelligent plant, you will give a weakness for every strength. Or else you're just making a story about Jesus or something. Well, that was a lot of talking, wasn't it? You didn't even include a proper joke. I wouldn't be surprised if the audience are clicking off the video. Wait, what's happening?
No, because I'm doing a full reaction to this.
Oh no, I get it. As I'm getting further through making this video, I'm starting to doubt my own ability to make content, and thus I'm being mean to myself. So a normal day then.
To show you what I mean,
Yep.
Let's together analyze a good character like Captain Holt from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Captain Holt is capable, socially awkward, has a strong moral compass, has his judgment clouded by emotions, is organized, and can be way too meticulous. Is that even a word?
What?
See, Kim works so well because he has entire libraries worth of backstory under his surface. He's methodical, forgetful, technically minded, unimaginative, patient, overlooks small details, wonderfully dry, but a little bit of a killjoy.
Okay, now let's do it for a bad show.
Bazinga.
No, I can't go there.
There's a scene where he has a cigarette at the end of the first night, and I don't really want to spoil things, but it's one of the greatest pieces of character development of all time, and just buy the game, oh my god.
And this leads to the game's greatest strength of all. You, yes you, will like and respect Kim. It's inevitable, like disliking the hot touch of wool on your skin under 3 hours of LED lights.
You will want to do every single thing possible to achieve Kim's approval, but given that he's dry, patient, methodical, and a bit of a killjoy, it's not always easy.
What it means though is when you do manage to impress him, it's like gold dust.
Again, you are never getting that out of your carpet.
One more thing. This was really good work, detective.
Oh, Kim, stop it. Well, actually, I did also name the case earlier. I called it the Hanged Man.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name.
Oh, Kim, please.
Wow, okay.
People are watching.
Oh, yes. Getting hot under the collar, are we? Well,
You can hardly be blamed. I mean, too right. Look at that hunky man.
Seeking his approval effectively becomes your primary goal in the game, and it somehow manages to rise above solve murder. It constantly changes the way you play.
Wait, what was that last one?
It manages to rise above solve murder.
Rebuild communism, of course.
It constantly changes the way you play the game. For example, you encounter some amazing armor with great stats early on. But when you suggest stealing it, Kim expresses minor
I'm sorry, I have my window open because it's pretty warm today, and there's a nice breeze when it comes. Where is that plane coming from?
disapproval. So in both my playthroughs, I've never even attempted to take this armor. So you and Kim, of course, eventually find the dead body, a man who, as I've just mentioned, has been hung in a backyard. While doing the preliminary investigation of the body, we are again treated to another of Disco Elysium's special qualities, and that is, oddly enough, extreme detail. This game is so incredibly detailed to the point of it being a little bit overwhelming, but it is mostly to its credit, especially in this scene. See, as part of the preliminary investigation, you look into everything you could imagine. You can inspect the dead man's boots, the belt around his neck, his tattoos, you can look at him, squint and look at him, and you can even talk to him.
I'm gone.
You then do an auto...
You know, all I can think of is if I were to ever play this, this would be one of those games where I have like a 50-part series of it, and it would take me like a year to go through. So that kind of scares me and kind of pushes me away from wanting to play it for the channel, though I might buy it and play it in my own private time. You don't know.
Autopsy, where you fill out in great detail your name, the coroner's case number, the cadaver's name, his date of birth, his date of death, his age, race, sex, treatment post-mortem, an external examination including clothes, armor, tattoos, scars, hair, neck ligature, genitalia. You do an internal examination focusing on the central nervous system, musculoskeletal, dental, respiratory, hepatobiliary, toxicology, serology, cardiovascular, gastrointestinal. I mean, the game reads out to you the unnecessarily long case number of the investigation in full.
KK57-0803.0815.
Twice.
KK57-0503-0815.
And I think it does this on purpose to let us know early on that detail in this game is going to be a common theme.
Now, most of the time, all this detail in the game is great because it adds a real sense of authenticity to everything you do. An autopsy probably should be a very long-winded procedure full of formalities, and the game mimics that really well. It really makes you feel...
What? Does it make you really feel like a detective? Is it the dark souls of being a detective? Would IGN and GameSpot give it a 9.9 out of being a detective?
No, that isn't what I was gonna say. Okay, maybe that was what I was gonna say, but can you guys not just be a little bit nicer to me, please?
Okay, quite honestly, I'm getting tired. Out of all the stuff, like, I am tired of everything being compared to Dark Souls. I am so tired of Dark Souls.
Wait, where?
No, without doubt, how will you improve, Bretan? Doubt is the key to creativity.
Oh god, the tie
Okay, I hear you, but I don't really think that that's very good advice. Oh, look, if I move side to side, then I move up here as well. That's cool.
Stop that!
Where this style really hurts the game, though, in my opinion, is when it front-loads entire novels worth of exposition at you at once. The Shiver skill, for example, is usually used to relay information about the world to you. And while it's many people's favourite skill, I often find it very overwhelming. See, early on there's a scene where it starts to rain and it gives you a shiver. As a result, you suddenly become aware of the whole city around you.
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away.
And now you can ask about what's in the city. You can ask what's in the west, what's in the east, what's in the north, what's in the south, or motherfucker. The west has the coast, an inlet and a sunken sea fort, the Bay of Revachol, and the skyscrapers of La Delta. So what's down the shore? An urban coastline, half-finished constructions, a defunct research building, and an old wooden church. And beyond that, this is just still the west. I have 3 other endless directions to be spoken at about.
Tower blocks crowd one another. 4.46mm bullets still lodged in.
Eventually, this game just saturates me and I become...
Was I saying that this would be a 50-part series for me? I'm the number is starting to go up in my head.
Completely unable to absorb any more information. I really do just sit there anxiously clicking through menus about to pass out. And speaking of losing consciousness, I've had to replace the hanging man in this tree with this AI replacement just in case YouTube gets upset.
You know, since YouTube want to remove all creativity from their website, I've decided to let AI write and voice the entirety of this next scene. Please enjoy while I take a break.
So you're of course tasked to investigate the death of this man who was found hanging from the tree in the backyard. And let me tell you, this quest is not for the faint of heart. You'll be talking to witnesses, examining the crime scene and piecing together clues in order to figure out what happened. As you investigate, you'll encounter various characters who are involved in the strike, and you'll have to navigate their conflicting interests and loyalties in order to get to the truth.
That was actually pretty good, wasn't it? Wait a minute, this doesn't mean that I can be replaced, does it? No, it's okay. In this scene, hit them with an avant-garde live sketch filled with comedic passion and energy. Computer intelligence cannot recreate raw human emotion. Passion,
undressing.
energy, funny. Right, I think I've got this. Wait, what are you doing? Why are you making that expression? Stop it, it's not funny, just stop. Oh God. We fully committed now and we can't stop in case we look stupid. Oh, what are we gonna do? Attempt to slip away unnoticed. What, you think we're gonna run away in those shoes? Nope. All we can do now is wait it out.
The
Oh my
YouTuber
God.
sits in a loft space in the east side of London. The poor insulation of the room means he can hear the sound of the wind in the trees and the cars passing by outside. He sits on a blue velvet sofa. It is not entirely comfortable, but the material looks particularly good on his Canon EOS 90D with Sigma 18-35mm f1.8 lens, so he does not mind the discomfort. He has tried to make a visual joke in his most recent film, but a miscalculation has left him frozen on the spot. Unsure if stopping would be more humiliating than continuing, he slides off the sofa, hoping this last feat of physical comedy would erase the previous failed attempt. Yeah, that's quite funny. So, back to the review. The writing in this game is also up there as probably the best in any video game I've ever played, but the difficulty of some of this text is completely off the charts.
You'd need a collective of PhDs in politics, history, art, science, and economics just to understand half of the abstract conversations in this game. It actually reminds me of the opening of Cloud Atlas sometimes. Take it away, drama. Aha, yes, my moment is here. I questioned if such an ill as too much civilization existed or no. Mr. de Arnock told me, if there's no God west of the Horn, why is there none of your constitutions? All men created equal, neither, Mr. Ewing. The nomenclatures Maori and Pukeha I knew from the prophetess's sojourn at the Bay of... I'm sorry, my liege, I can't read this.
Yes, who is this for? The Aknock Ewing prophetesses? Prophetesses? This book is
That's just way too many S's in that much space.
terrible. Very early on in Disco Elysium, you can meet Measurehead, who demonstrates this issue very well. He is a solid wall of a man fittingly consisting of a solid wall of incomprehensible dialogue. He'll stand there listing off every fictional race in this perceivable universe. The Vespertines and Messians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Persantic Sea, the Serene of Surleclef, and even the North Conegistinus, all of which have a type A race propensity. Measurehead, baby, I know you're in a death race of some kind, so I feel bad for you, but what the hell are you talking about? Seminese, Areopagite, Occidental, Stanakal, Bredefor, Orangeni, Gotwaldians.
This is way beyond front-loaded exposition. This is like an alien language. I'd rather listen to somebody read the dictionary. So we have dictaphone, dictate, dictating, dictator, dictatorial. What are you doing? What? Wait, you asked for this. Dictatorship, diction,
You started A!
dictionary, dictograph, dictum, did, didgeridoo, didn't, die.
And so due to a combination of not understanding a word this man was saying and wanting to agree with him so I could get past him and get into the harbour, I on my first playthrough accidentally opted into his ideals, which unfortunately led to... So I hear you're a racist now, Harry.
What? Wait, no, stop.
Funnily enough, led to... So I hear you're a racist now, Harry.
Oh.
wait, no, stop. Funnily enough, this was around the time where I gave up on my first playthrough and started again. A similar thing, of course, happened later on when I was asked to take a radical stance on communism. Well, does communism support the working class capital? Have noble aims? Is it for loons?
Well, I don't know. This is a fictional world. I've been talking to a dead body all morning. Surely communism might have different rules here. How am I supposed to make an informed decision?
Okay, look, communism, it's a political ideology. There, nice and non-committal. No one's going to assume any real support from that.
Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
No, please stop. I don't want to be this kind of racist communist anymore.
Well, I mean, no, but seriously, when it comes, I don't know who's going to want to hear this, but my whole thing on communism is no. Bits of it are good. The base message, but at the same time, I have half of my ancestors were kind of being oppressed by the Russians under communism. So, not really that much of a fan of it, I'm gonna have to say.
I really hope no one's listening.
There's also quite a bit of a divide in how fun your skills are to have. I'd say if you've neglected putting points into psyche, which is basically your imagination, you are without a doubt missing out on some of the very best parts of this game. And given that this is one of the best video games ever made, you are literally missing out on some of the best sequences in any video game ever. Like, as you've probably gathered, when inanimate objects talk to you through the Inland Empire skill. The Spirit to Core is also another S-tier psych skill, because at high levels it just gives you more information on what Kim is thinking, and you can never have too much Kim. It's also worth noting that this game can be pretty depressing to play as well, and surprisingly I'm not referring to the drug-addled lunatic we control or the rotting hanged man we've been asked to investigate.
See, the most upsetting part of the game for me is more the fact that there's no real way to get through many of the early major conversations without ballsing them up entirely. And it makes sense. Our character is an abandoned, alcoholic amnesiac acting arguably above any actual altruistic ability. And he smells.
Oh, you really, really do.
But all the constant failure in this game makes me start to feel like I'm making mistakes, when in fact it's just the way this game is.
Early on, for example, you need to interrogate Everard Clare, who is the
who thinks that you're a racist?
Head of the shipping company that's likely been involved with the murder. And straight away you can see that he is this game's version of a boss battle. Like if Disco Elysium was a pen and paper RPG like it's been inspired by, this encounter would be like taking on a +15 rock troll.
Okay, so the wizard needs to roll at least an 8 against this rock troll or he's dead.
Oh, this game's stupid. Oh wait, no, I have a +2 invisibility cloak. Whoa.
No, you're already dead. Technically, you've just made your corpse invisible. Let me see here. Yeah, see, your family never find your body.
So you'll do everything you can to try and outsmart him. Read everything he says closely, pick every dialogue option with great care, coil up all your wits, ready to strike, and bam! You'll roll 4 2s back to back, get verbally destroyed, and keep sliding down the chair like you're some kind of jello shot. Oh my god, this game is great! But the unlucky rolls aside.
Yeah, you're dead again.
I'm gonna burn this place to the ground.
These major encounters in the early game are pretty much unwinnable. You can't outsmart many of these people and win. They, while all being wonderful characters, are some of the most corrupt, amoral, egotistical beings of all time. It's like arguing with J.K. Rowling. You'll inevitably get pulled down to their level and the whole universe will lose.
And this all does really make sense. This is a game about failure. You're supposed to feel inadequate. But it took me quite a while to realize this. I would leave conversations thinking, if only I'd said it was okay for men to cry too. Then I'd have come out on top. We're just normal men. What do you mean, normal men? We're just innocent men.
There's even a scene where Kim, or as I like to call him, Video Game Daddy, tells you to be a bit wacky in an interview with this lady to throw her off. So I do, but I'm careful not to go too far because I need to retain my dignity. You seem rich, can I have some money? But after the interview ends, Kim still chastises me, saying I wasn't unorthodox enough and that I've messed everything up. How many fathers must I disappoint?
Look, Dad, being a YouTuber is a perfectly normal job. What? No, I can't be a shoe model anymore. You've seen my weak ankles.
But the thing is, there isn't actually any way to complete this interview without disappointing Kim here. His disappointed response is a scripted part of this encounter.
The game is just bullying me. cyberbullying.
The very ending of the game,
The computer's bullying
also
now.
feels kind of rigidly scripted like this too.
Saying that, the ending itself is made up of 3 distinctly separate scenes, and the first 2 of these scenes are some of the best sequences I've ever seen in my life.
Well, what about the
Act 2,
third?
You exit, pursued by a stick monster. What?
What?
It also partly involves a dream sequence that is so moving that to this day, if I even think about it, I start to cry.
It's okay, men can cry too.
He just really loves her, you know?
But the very, very final ending is probably the worst sequence in this game. And that isn't to say that the ending is terrible. It's really more of a reflection on how well written the rest of the game is.
You see, you make some very big moral decisions over the course of this entire game, and at the very end, only really a few of them get mentioned, and when they do, it's only in a sentence or 2. It makes this whole ending feel very anticlimactic.
For example, if you abstain and manage to complete the entire game without drinking at all, the only effect that you will likely see at the end is 1 line of dialogue about it. And given that alcohol is such a major theme in the game, it's strange to see it not be more important. You'd also expect a game like this to have several significantly different endings, but really there's only a couple.
These drawbacks, however, really are only minor complaints. As you can probably tell, I am a huge fan of this game. I love how it handles all these complex and difficult themes without censoring itself at all. The voice acting is masterful. Yet the struggles of all the characters connects you to the world. The gritty and visceral nature of the game only adds to its authenticity. The overall result is a simply incredible video game. What, are you just not going to talk anymore? Come on, speak up. That's it, I've had enough of this. Bring me my Al Ghul. Well, this brought these mad people here. Maybe it will help get rid of them. No. Don't drink that. But you're the worst of all of them. No. It's happening. We'll always be here, though. We're inside you.
Yeah, but you'll be silent.
Do you really think he had to put it like that? Anyway, there we go. It seems like everything's back to normal now. Oh dear, that's not good.
I exist.
Well, we both do, I think.
Tell me, human, you seem so aware. All I perceive is the light in the present. But humans exist in worlds of endless possibilities.
Well, it is difficult. Wait, who's that?
Oh, that's Fred. He's not smart enough to talk.
Is he okay?
He is at great peace, human. I may be curious of your burdens, but I am in awe of such an empty vessel.
I gotta say, you both look very soft.
Yes, very. But beware, we conceal sharp weapons.
I'm still finding it very hard not to touch you.
I choose when I have cuddles. Right now, though, I need to close my eyes. Good night, human.
Okay. Good night.
Well, it looks like somebody took the smooth tool to him.
Oh, I guess it was all a dream. I don't really have any magic cats. Unless... Damn it, they weren't real. I'll just have to make do with these regular cats.
See, I had heard a lot about Disco Elysium being a good game, but I don't think I could ever play a game like that on the channel because it would just take me so long to get through. I mean, it takes me long enough to get through a regular series. So I hear you're a racist. Oh god, yeah, so that'll be it for now. Our original is linked in the description as always. If you haven't seen it for some reason, corner video shall be leading to my newest Let's Play video. And with that out of the way, I hope you guys liked. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.